Hi, everyone. It's Angela with Create Your Future. Happy Saturday. Thanks for being here. I am back with my new weekly video today. All right, guys, today I'm talking about seeing somebody change their mind in order for you to see your desired end. So, in other words, if you have had somebody show up and they are saying, doing the opposite of what you want, the opposite of what is going to work with your desired end, you can change that. And I'm going to talk about that. And I also have just a small little success of my own that I'm going to share with you. All right. Before we start, don't remember we are still giving away an amazing course, How to Find Your Blocks to Manifest Anything Fast. And remember, the only thing that's between you and a manifestation is a block, a limiting belief. So this course is super important, super powerful, and you should check it out. So look in our description box to find out how to get that course. I also have a course, Awaken to I Am. This is a great course no matter where you are in your manifesting journey. It's very foundational, but it's full of information about the manifesting process and what is happening internally as we manifest. And then I also have some affirmations, things to help you recognize and step into your God state, the I am state, realizing you are the only operant power in your reality. So it's very empowering. So I recommend that you check that course out as well. So both of those are down below in the description box. And as always, if you want to work with me one-on-one, sign up for coaching. I can help you wherever you are in your journey. If you simply have some questions, if you just want more support, more motivation to keep going on this journey, create affirmations, help you find those blocks, anything at all like that, sign up for some coaching and I will help you with your manifesting journey. Okay, guys. So the basis of what I'm going to talk about is all around everyone is you pushed out, right? That is how we manifest. We are pushing out our internal story. We are aligning with the realities that support our internal story all the time. It's always happening. Never stops, good or bad, it's always happening. We are master manifestors. We are always manifesting everything in our life. So if you can really begin to settle with that truth, believe in that truth, recognize that truth, that right there is going to be very empowering and helpful in giving you the confidence to believe in this. Now, another part of everyone is you pushed out is thought transmission. This is always happening because everybody and everything is listening. Like everything is waiting to see what you choose. What do you want in your reality? People, your specific person, your boss, your family members, your neighbor. You know, what version are you focusing on in your mind of all of these people in your life? Same thing for like your house, your car, you know, my desk, everything is listening to whatever it is that you might say. Your body, your health, everything is listening to what you are choosing in your reality. And the way you're choosing, the way it's sending out power, the way it's being active in your reality is by what you're focusing on, what you're putting your attention on. That is like the basis of manifesting, good or bad. Whatever you're putting your attention on, that is what your brain is saying, oh, this is important. Oh, this is important. This has got getting a lot of attention. And we sometimes are dwelling on the negative, dwelling on the thing that we don't want, dwelling on maybe even the opposite of what we want to happen. And we kind of get stuck in that loop and we see it reflected back again and again and again, because whatever we're focusing on, your brain is going to give you more of. It's going to align you or keep you in an experience of where your attention is. Okay, so now let's take all of this information and apply this to getting someone to change their mind, getting someone to support what you want, getting someone to say and do the things that you want to create the desired ends that you prefer. I want to add, this is not manipulation. Okay, you're doing it all the time. This is how your life is unfolding all the time. A lot of what we see come in is based on negative assumptions about ourselves, negative assumptions about the world in general, or old stories that we have about people that we're still ruminating on. But you're always doing this. I mean, you can't not do it. Everybody and everything is showing up for you based on what your thoughts are, based on what you're thinking about. Okay? So if you want to see somebody change a story, show up and support what you want, you have to speak and think in a way that supports your end. And so what I'm going to do is read just a little bit here from Neville. And so what he's talking about right now, if you're thinking about someone and wanting, them to expressly respond in a particular way, okay? Neither the passivity of the subject, and so the subject would be your specific person, your boss, your neighbor, whoever you want to see in a different light have a change so that they're now in agreement with you. Neither the passivity of the subject nor his conscious agreement with your suggestion is necessary. For without his consent or knowledge, he can be given a subjective order which he must objectively express. Objectively means it's objectified in the 3D. You experience it, you see it in the 3D. It is a fundamental law of consciousness that by telepathy, we can have immediate communion with another. To establish rapport, you call the subject mentally, focus your attention on him, and mentally shout his name just as you would to attract the attention of anyone. Imagine that he has answered and mentally hear his voice. Represent him to yourself inwardly in the state you want him to obtain. That's it. You put your attention on what it is that you want someone to say in a way that you want them to represent a situation or express themselves to you. You put your attention on that and you focus on that internally until it is objectified without, until you see it externally. So, guys, my story deals with a situation where it was involving some other people, and I needed them to change plans to fit me, to fit my schedule, to fit what was working for me, and to fit what I wanted to happen. So there were some plans already established. It was more than one person. Plans had been established for quite some time. And as we got closer to the time when things were going to be happening, I just started thinking, this isn't working for me. It's not working. I don't want the plans to take place. It's not working for me. And I didn't say anything to anybody. I didn't outwardly express it to anyone in my family. Didn't reach out to any of the people involved. I simply went within and I did exactly what Neville says. I called out the name of the person, this contact person, called out the name, and I said, X, Y, and Z. This is changing. It has to happen. This is going to change. And, preceding this, as I was thinking about things that were going to, begin to unfold, I started getting really anxious because I knew it wasn't going to work for me. It wasn't what I wanted to have happen at this point in time, and I needed to change. So I would get, a little bit anxious. But as I began to proceed in my internal world, in my internal conversation, calling out the name of this person, saying this has to change. This has to be delayed. This has to be done differently. I began to feel a little bit more confident, a little bit more ease. I began to feel like, okay, this is happening. It's going to be, taken care of. And it was probably a few days, maybe a week before, the expected date was going to roll around, and out of the blue, I was informed, oh, the plans had to change. They've notified us they had to change plans. I don't even know what happened. I don't have to know what happened. I don't even know why. I don't know anything about what transpired on the other end, except the plans changed. That was exactly what I wanted. The plans changed, and I was able to proceed with something else I needed to take care of that was very important, some other things, and this other situation was simply removed. It was that easy. So how do you do this if, you're talking about a specific person or maybe your boss or somebody that you work with? You apply the exact same principle that I did and that Neville tells us. So like, say your specific person has said, I'm breaking up and I just can't continue with this relationship, whatever. And that's not what you want. You kind of just leave it alone in the 3D. You don't really have to get involved with that, and it's best if you don't. But you go within and you can call out their name and you can tell them, this is what I expect. This is what I want. This is what's happening. Our relationship is amazing. I am irreplaceable. I am the only person that you have ever loved. I'm the only person you will ever love. I am perfect for you. This relationship will be better than ever. You speak and you put those thoughts out there and say their name, as Neville says. Say that person's name and speak this information, and then know that it's transmitting immediately. Neville says we can have immediate communication with another. So it happens instantly. And you continue to dwell in that until it's objectified, until it shows up outwardly and you actually see it play out in your experience. And the thing that is really important is, regardless of what has happened in the 3D, regardless of what somebody has said, regardless of those little things that you might see in the interim, none of that has power. None of that has power to change what you have already put in motion when you stay true to that story. You keep bringing yourself back again, reminding yourself, speaking internally to that person and expressing what you want to hear them say. The new story, the way they're going to support the thing that you support, the way they have changed their mind and they now want to do things your way, or whatever it might be. You stick to that story in that script. And the other person is simply doing what you tell them. They are following their script, the script that you give them, because you are the only operant power. Everybody is going to respond to you according to the thoughts that you are putting out, according to your internal story. And you stick with it, right? You keep going until you see it objectified. And now sometimes you might reach that point where you feel at ease. You feel totally comfortable and you don't even have to have the conversation anymore. You know that it's done and nothing is moving you. Then you just simply allow it to show up and it gets there, in the perfect timing. But you don't have to take what somebody else tells you as the end all be all. In fact, don't. If it is not in agreement with what you want, with what you prefer, with your end goal, go within and change it. Call out their name, give them a new instruction, tell them what you expect, and it will come to pass. As long as you keep on the mental diet, as long as you keep yourself redirected, refocused, and moving your thoughts in the direction of what you want. Okay? So this is fascinating. It's amazing that we can do this. It is your birthright. It's not manipulation. It is what's happening all the time anyway. And very often we are just telling ourselves a sad story, or telling ourselves the negative story, or going over and over and rehashing the negative thing. But don't do that. Change it to make it be in alignment with what you want, with the outcome that you want, the desire that you want. We can do this with anything, with anybody. Okay. So I hope this really encourages you and motivates you. I had, just a really quick turnaround on something in my life, and I did it all on my own. I went within. I didn't do anything at all externally. I did it all within. And it happened just as I planned it to happen in my mind. So, guys, you can do this with anyone. It works. Stay consistent. So I hope this really encouraged you. Be motivated. Try it. Practice this on things that you don't really have a strong emotional attachment to. Just do it with maybe fun things. Imagine somebody saying something, doing something, changing their mind about something in particular, and practice with it when you're not really connected to the outcome in an emotional way, so that you don't feel a block and you don't feel resistance. Just practice. And as you see it happen, as you see people show up and, express a new story, something that that you have sent to them in your thoughts, it builds your faith a lot. You begin to feel very empowered, so that when you are working with something that's more emotional, something that maybe means more to you, you're already built up and feeling more confident in this process, knowing that it does work. So practice, see for yourself that it does work. And I wish you all great success with this. Okay. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will see you in the next one. Bye.